how ecotourism can contribute in the conservation of wildlife, but at the same time, not to forget about our community who live there. The ecotourism is, of course, sit down, a type of nature tourism, yeah? But not all the nature tourism is responsible. Even the destinations, governments, visitors, even the industry, some say they're ecotourism, but there's some, greenwashing going on, I'm sure, and it can be actually an ego tourism, not ecotourism. So why we are here is that I want to reiterate that we want to be a part of solution for conserving the wildlife, which we cannot, replace with any other blessings of nature. The water that we drink, the air we breathe, we consider it's all free, but it's not. It's the responsibility of us how we take care of our Mother Nature. And I think everybody here is in the same mind, so we want to share. But AEN, we want to learn as much as you learn from this coming 3 days. And our responsibility as AEN is take your messages back to our own countries. We have 17 countries, and spread what India is trying to promote. But promotion is not only the answer. The implementation is more important. We have enough of just talking. I think we need to make into more actions that really matters. And these actions that we make have to be evidenced, and we need to have the data so that not only us, but everyone in the world, which is a global citizen who are beneficiaries of wildlife, must share the same information. So I think we are committed, and we want to see, and we want to talk to you for the next 3 coming days to make sure that this GWF doesn't end as an event, but as a starting point for our future. You see, for your children, for your grandchildren, I think we have to commit. So thank you very much for our opportunity, and we look forward to talking to you and getting more, make this effective and action-based GWF. Thank you very much.
That was Masaru Takayama. He is a community-based ecotourism and sustainable tourism activist. He founded the world's first ecology association, Japan Ecology Association, ECOLA, which later grew into the Asian Ecotourism Network, AEN, how we know that now, the authority in promoting authentic ecotourism in the region. He's also the founding chair of AEN and the Japan Alliance of Responsible Travel Agencies, JALTA. He also serves as the ecology advisor to Asia Pacific Tourism Exchange Center, auditor and advisor to the Green Destination Standards, Travel Life and Green Key, trainer at the Global Sustainable Tourism Council, visiting researcher at the Taisho University. At home, he's the founder and owner of Spirit of Japan Travel, a responsible travel and tour company and a pioneer converting the legendary over 80-year-old Shunyoso, a Japanese national property, into a community-based tourism facility incorporating sustainability. So big round of applause for him. Along with AEN, our other partners is Wildlife Trust of India. So I now invite Jose Lewis. Mr. Lewis is the Chief Executive Officer of Wildlife Trust of India, as well as the Chief of Enforcement in Law and Communications. He has over 15 years of experience in wildlife conservation, with a specialization in combating wildlife crime through capacity strengthening and skill development of enforcement agencies. As a trainer, he has conducted covert investigations and operations targeting the illegal wildlife trade leading to the arrest of suspects and the recovery of wildlife products. Mr. Lewis is also a member of the IUCN SSC Snake Specialist Group and the founder of IndianSnakes.org, a leading platform focused on snakes and snake bites in India. He works with various national and international agencies on snake conservation and snake bite management. We welcome you, Mr. Jones.
Thank you very much for that introduction, and very happy to be here. And I'm sure the minister is on the way, so Mohit is missing also. As a partner in the whole initiative, let me thank all of you for being here. It's a great initiative. Happy to be here. I really wanted Mohit to be here because I read about Mohit in a book, his first journey or second journey to Munnar, and that was pretty interesting. I mean, I really miss Mohit here. So I think he picked up that spirit of forest from the hills of Munnar and started his conservation journey. And he is not only a friend of WTA, but he is actually somebody who was there from the starting days of WTA. So it is good to be here, good to be part of this whole initiative in many ways. Yes, this gathering is very interesting and very important. What I can see here is policymakers, conservationists, grassroots level activists, you all are coming together for this great initiative of conservation and conservation-based tourism, not only in India, but all other countries in this region. We just finished the Wildlife Week celebration. Last 1 week was Wildlife Week celebration across the country. And many people were asking, what are we doing? You know, the best thing I have done last week was going out and watching a movie. I don't know how many of you watched this movie, Kantara Chapter 1. Anybody? Yeah, quite a few hands I can see. I think it was probably one of the best conservation messaging what was happening. I think the minister is walking in. Yeah. I'll take a pause. Yeah. So now I have the unique opportunity to welcome our Honorable Minister, Mishraji, Kapil Mishra, to this event on behalf of all of us sitting here. A very warm welcome to Minister. Thank you, sir, for joining us. So let me go back to my movie session. So I think that was the best messaging in a movie which we can give. In the Wildlife Week, I was watching the movie with people. And the strong symbolism of forest and the forest spirit and justice of forest, coexistence, wildlife, religion, iconography, everything was there in that movie. And I really felt that movie actually talked more conservation, more wildlife than many of us who were into wildlife conservation talks last week. It was very interesting. It was very interesting. People were talking about time, sitting behind, and I was wondering whether it is a movie or it's actually a preaching of wildlife conservation. So we have such powerful communication which is happening these days about wildlife conservation around. I think we should take inspiration from this kind of things. I remember Ashok ji, mine and Dipankar who is sitting here. Ashok ji was the stalwart who fought wildlife crime, and he told me, Jose, you don't understand that our gods and our mythology is also connected with wildlife conservation. You look at any mythological god who does not have a vehicle, a wild animal as his vehicle or her vehicle. For the gods also we can do conservation. I think in India, wildlife conservation is not just science. It is actually part of our culture, it is part of our beliefs. So I think that is why, with all the challenges around, we conserve wildlife. Yes, today we are discussing wildlife conservation and wildlife related tourism, nature tourism, etc. I can never forget somebody who taught me the most valuable lessons in conservation and the value of conservation is an elderly forest watcher, a lady in Kanha Tiger Reserve. I was doing some trainings, and after in between training I was walking around and I met this slightly elderly forest guard kind of a lady, and I got into a conversation. Just wanted to understand what she think about conservation. So, like an enthusiastic person who was in the beginning of my career, I asked her that Leela Bai, I remember her name. Why should we conserve tigers? So she asked me a question. I mean, in Hindi she asked me, "Beta, आपको पता है ये कान्हा के अलावा 3-4 गांव के नाम आप बता सकते हैं आसपास?" मैंने बोला नहीं. आप कहाँ से? दिल्ली से. So she told me, because of tigers, we have an identity for our village here. I have my sons employed in the park. I have my relatives who are guides in the park. And people come to this place because of tigers, and we survive because of tigers here. That was a very wonderful wisdom which I was getting from a person who actually lived there. So these are kind of conservation messaging which we see across the country. If you look at wildlife tourism, it is because we conserved our wildlife wealth, that is why we have wildlife tourism here. Let's think beyond tigers. I don't know how many of you know about a community which is conserving a boggin bird in the northeast. For many people, it's a lifer. So it is not just tigers, but it is beyond tigers, beyond a lot of things. How many of us went to Eagle Nest? How many of us actually walked Simlipal, or how many of us actually walked Silent Valley? I think we need more than a lifetime to see what is there in wildlife conservation and wildlife tourism in this country. I mean, I'm here to walk all these places. There is a lot to explore, there is a lot to understand, there is a lot to experience. I'm humbled sitting in front of people. I can see Mr. Bedi sitting there, who spent a lot of his time in the forest, photographing and videographing wildlife and talking stories to us. But also we have our challenges. Please don't forget, wildlife conservation is a mixed past. We almost lost our tigers a few years back. The fall of Panna, the fall of Sariska are perfect examples how we lost our tigers and how we lost tourism around these areas. So these are things which we should be looking at. We should be very careful about. What is more important? I think today we should be considering the communities who live in and around our reserves. They are very important. They are a very important part in conservation. As a conservation organization, when I look at wildlife conservation, I say that it is time to say, instead of don't stop, don't photograph, because when you enter into the forest, these are the signs which you see. We need the community support. We need them to be involved in the conservation initiatives as beneficiaries so that we can take it forward. At the same time, I'm also worried, sir, There is an increasing trend because if you look at social media today, everybody is interested in going to a tiger reserve and getting a reel of a tiger. When we used to go to the forest guard trainings, we used to sit outside of the gate in the evening. I say, after a safari, I got my one. After a safari, there are only two type of people. One who saw the tiger and one who's not able to. You can look at their expressions on their face and you can read them and you can understand what happened with it. And people don't want to see anything beyond tigers. So we have to take people beyond tigers, beyond our charismatic species. Also, please understand that there is a huge difference between the tiger which you see from the back of a gypsy and the way a villager or a person who lived in the fringes of the forest who experienced a tiger. Sometimes we forget that also. We think that it is as cool as what we look at a tiger, the same way he would be looking at the tiger. No, there is a difference. There are challenges in conservation there on the ground. So here, today GWF, we are bringing a lot of people together to discuss opportunities and challenges in conservation and taking this initiative forward. Very happy to be part of this as a conservation organization. And definitely, this event is going to be here. We are going to continue with this. In the coming years, this will be there. And I hope we will see a larger canvas. We will see more people. We will see more participation. I wish all success to GWF for the years to come. And I would like to see all of you and more people participating and taking this initiative forward. Happy to be part of this. And Mohit, congratulations and thank you very much for taking this initiative and driving this forward.
I now request Mohit Agarwal, founder of Global Wildlife Fair, to please address and welcome all of you.
Good morning, everyone. It's my honor to welcome our chief guest, Honorable Shri Kapil Mishra ji, and all the distinguished guests and dignitaries present here this morning. Your presence truly adds grace and inspiration to this occasion. The Global Wildlife Fair was in tourism, where ideas, enterprises, and communities come together to protect the natural heritage that defines us. I believe that ecotourism can be a strong force for conservation when it empowers local communities, safeguards habitats, and inspires every traveler to respect and protect nature. This fair brings together people from many walks of life: conservationists, tour operators, eco-lodge owners, artists, educators, tech innovators, all united by one common goal: to ensure that wildlife and people thrive together. Honorable Minister, we are deeply grateful for your presence and for the encouragement you bring to this mission. Your support gives strength to our collective effort to make tourism a partner in conservation. On behalf of Global Wildlife Fair team, I extend a warm welcome to you and to everyone gathered here. May this fair mark the beginning of stronger partnerships and a renewed commitment to protecting this planet. Thank you.
Shri Kapil Mishra ji, Honorable Minister of Delhi Tourism. Shri Mishra ji is a noted activist and a politician, an alumnus of the prestigious Delhi School of Social Work. He began his career as a policy campaigner, working with international organizations on issues related Yamuna River, environment and governance. A co-founder of the youth, has led various social movements, including protests against corruption in 2010 Commonwealth Games, environmental concerns, and labour law violations. He has been vocal advocate for cleaning the Yamuna and addressing water management challenges in Delhi. I now invite Shri Kapil Mishra ji to please address all of us.
Thank you so much. Good morning, everyone, and thank you, Mohit ji, for organizing this Global Wildlife Fair in Delhi. And I welcome you all on behalf of Delhi government, Delhi tourism. And we in this is the new government, we have got a new mandate, and we are committed to revive wildlife ecotourism in this city. And that's why when Mohit ji came to me through Vinay Jindal ji, I was so excited about this event, and I am here to request you all, let's make it an annual affair in Delhi. Let's do it every year. We have so many varieties of birds, mammals, we have rich, we have biodiversity parks, we have Yamuna riverbed, and there is so many things that can be done. But unfortunately, both from the point of view of biodiversity and from point of view of tourism, it was totally ignored. But thanks to people like Mohit ji, and there are so many people in Delhi, some of them I personally know for last 10-15 years, who are individually committed, and they themselves are organizing walks, organizing sessions, reaching out to people. So now is the time to institutionalize it, and we can make it some earth walk. Can we institutionalize it and do weekly, every week? Delhi government will promote it, provide the logistical support, whatever little financial support, resources needed. We are here to back it. This is the time. This city is changing, this country is changing, and as Mr. Jose was rightly said, that it's integrated in our civilization, in our culture, to remain connected to. In the mad rush for the development, we have lost some of the assets that we had. Now is the time to revive it. Our national central government, environment ministry, amazing work has been done for tiger conservation. For many forests are now revived. Government is focused. So many missions are being conducted. All we need a partnership with committed people like you. So I don't want to give a speech here. I'm just requesting you all, appealing to all of you, calling upon all of you. Let's do it together. Let's prepare a plan. Let's work upon a strategy, and over next 2-3 years, let's make Delhi a hub of ecotourism, and let's revive all our wildlife species. Thank you so much. Thanks again for organizing it. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir, for your inspiring words. I would now request all the people on the dais to step down for the Diya lighting. And I would request Sir Shri Rajesh Bedi ji to please join us for the Diya lighting.
Sir, sit on this side. Sir, sir, that side, sir. Excuse me, sir. That side.
Sir, this side.
Let's begin our day with the city we are in, the beauty of the city of Delhi. We would like you to see a small presentation on the glimpses of Delhi nature trails by Delhi Tourism.
पीछे कर ले पाया कुछ ठीक है कुछ फोटो में सर को फोटोज में रखना सर को कंपनी का मालिक है हाँ ठीक है बेस्ट
बादल के टुकड़े खिलते हैं यहाँ गलियों में धूल के संग रखते हैं पैरों के झूले हवा के साथ
1719 क्या दिक्कत आ रही है
क्या दिक्कत आ रही है